listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geek.io.
This is S4, bringing you the best in water-cooler geekery for over a century of episodes. The following podcast contains spoilers for the TV shows covered, and incredibly bad language, and the use of incredibly bad language to spoil TV shows. If this is something you're into, then welcome to the one, the only, the Small Screen Spoiler Show.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the one, the only Small Screen Spoiler Show. I am, of course, not at all reopening a window that I closed.
Wait for it.
Wait, Google. I was literally just here. I literally just closed the window, Google. Why are you making me log back in? I closed the wrong window. I closed the wrong tab.
Welcome to the Small Screen Spoiler Show, episode 113.
Yeah, 113. I knew that one.
He's CJ. I find douche-bag to be the most descriptive boat.
Thank you.
And I'm Jared. He can't be bleat. Azevedo.
Indeed. And, of course, joining us, as always, is the invisible third chair, never visible, but always here, Darrell, the rough draft of What Nature Intended, Shayler. First draft of What Nature Intended, Shayler. Whatever. I can read a script. Your mom.
Drink.
What about today?
Well, today we're going to talk about Crisis on Infinite Earths, Part 4 and 5. Wrap that baby up, smack it on the bottom, send it on its way. And then we're starting a new show. We're going to talk about The Witcher. It's on the Netflix, in case you didn't know.
Indeed.
Season 1, Episode 1, The End's Beginning. Episode 2, 4 Marks. Episode 3, Betrayer Moon. And Episode 4 of Banquets, Bastards, and Burials.
Indeed. But before we get to that, our lovely podcast listeners, we have to pay the bills here. And you are going to be hearing a short break after this. Stay tuned. And we're back. If you want an ad-free experience, make sure you tune in live Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern over at twitch.tv/geekio show. Or go over to our Patreon, patreon.com/geekio, where we put up everything that we do the moment that we record it without ads because we love you. All right. Let us go ahead and hear what Darrell has to say about Crisis on Infinite Earths, Episode 4.
Crisis on Infinite Earths, Part 4. 2,000 years ago, Sam Nouveau stepped into the Quantum Leap Accelerator and fucked up the dawn of time, resulting in none other than the Anti-Monitor. In present day, Iron Man is floating through space, recapping Infinity War via love letter for those in the audience who missed the first movie. And all hope is lost. Well, before he teams up with the Avengers to make a fix-it-all time machine based on borrowed technology. And you can tell they're all friends now, because even though they have Lex freaking Luthor there, it's still all masks off and real names. Green Arrow gets a Rob Zombie makeover in Sith wardrobe, shut up Kevin, I make the puns around here, and takes them into the Speed Force for some fun but pointless scenes, including a freaking movie crossover, god damn it. Movie Flash meeting TV Flash was too brief, but absolutely perfect, all things considered. Seeing them geek out about the multiverse and costumes was incredibly fun, and here's hoping they use this as a Watsonian perspective excuse for changing the movieverse around, since it too was destroyed. Then it's time for the brave and the bold. Shut up, Ducky, I make the... Yeah, you get the idea. To go back in time to stop the Monitor from going back to create the Anti-Monitor. Oh, and Ducky gave himself superpowers when he edited the Book of Destiny. You know, exactly like the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, where they wrote in the book to travel through space and give themselves superpowers. Anyway, branching multiverses and all that mean that stopping one Monitor isn't enough, and the Anti-Monitor is still birthed. So plan B then, a Voldemort versus Harry Potter wand fight, while the heroes have an Avengers Light showdown against weightless Dementors, who fall just as easily to eye lasers as they do the weak failed fists of a 35-year-old regular human. Then the gang uses the power of friendship to stare at Oliver, and while their powers don't combine to form either Captain Planet or Bebo, they do allow Oliver to shoot a Marvel trademarked blue beam into the sky, and it all ended with a big bang.
Yeah, I think it's
we
pretty
don't
much
need to
it.
cover anything else. So sweet.
Sweet, we can move on.
Oh my god! For a penultimate episode of a major crossover, this episode went places, man. Like,
All over the places.
I can't say that it was all good places, but it went places.
No. I mean, it was mostly good, I think.
Yeah, except for the end, but we'll get there.
Oh, the end was fine. It was a thing that happened.
Yeah,
And
it was definitely a thing that happened. It's definitely a thing that happened.
we just had to see whose sky laser was bigger.
Yeah. I absolutely jumped for joy when the movie universe Flash, who is one of the only redeeming things in a Justice League movie, came into this, and it made me so happy.
That was a great scene. I enjoyed their genuine giddiness of meeting each other.
Right?
It's like,
It was just genuine joy. Like it was.
It's I'm Barry Allen. You're Barry Allen. But how am I here? So this is a multiverse thing. Oh, this is cool. It's like, yeah. So you're this universe's Flash. Flash? It's like, oh yeah, they never say it in the movie.
Yeah, they never called him Flash at all in the Justice League movie. Not once.
It's like Flash. Man, I love your costume. It looks really comfy.
Yeah, this is all is this some kind of weird high-tech cosplay thing you got going on right now?
No, that was great.
It was so good.
Nice get, CW.
Yeah, and God, I hope that this means that hopefully the DC overlords realize that their stuff doesn't have to be grim and dark, and they kill off the Snyderverse as well in this, because that would be nice.
Grim, darkness everywhere, dead parents. Darkness.
I mean, the Joker movie isn't in this DC movie universe that we saw.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's really good. It is really a fantastic film. Well deserved of all of the things, because I was in with the bandwagon of why do I want to watch a Joker movie, and then it gave me a movie about a man suffering from mental illness trying to make it in a very tough society of Gotham City. Huh.
We know about Gotham. We watched 5 seasons of that.
Right?
Those shenanigans.
And him dancing downstairs in some kind of weird Fortnite thing is still not half as weird as some of the stuff was going on in Gotham. But it is a fantastic film, and I'm saying film, not movie.
But I'm guessing there's no Mr. Cupcake.
No, there's no Mr. Cupcake.
Bring back Mr. Cupcake.
Right? Just that should
hashtag bring back Cupcake.
Anti-monitor is Mr. Cupcake.
Hey, what y'all doing? I'm gonna take over your universe.
Man, what y'all doing? I'm here to destroy all y'all multiverses. I'm gonna eat them all with these cupcakes.
Num num num.
Multiverse cupcakes. Mm-mm.
So tasty. Y'all just settle down. We don't need to fight, but we will.
Y'all too uppity.
I think I'm slipping into Titus.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm slipping into Titus. Man, I enjoyed this episode until the end.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one, I think, mostly. I'm trying to remember. It's all kind of faded. It was over a week ago.
Yeah, and unlike episode 5, this is kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
Being the big penultimate episode,
I don't know, it felt more interesting to me than 5. 5 was just kind of it felt like an episode-long epilogue, almost.
I mean, so this was 4 and 5 both felt weird to me. Some of 4 felt like it should have been in 3, and 5 felt weird and tacked on, but
yes, it did.
Needed, because 4 ended so unfulfilled filled.
Like, we build up to this whole thing. Now we're just going to, like, hold hands and
And
shoot
then we
Sky
are
Laser.
literally going to Care Bear stare at it. Literally Care Bear stare. Rachel and I, while they're doing this, we're watching you go, we care! We care!
Focus on your Paragon. You're the Paragon of love. Think about love.
I'm laughing so hard because they are just staring their eyes out at freaking
Fan the
Oliver
flame.
and the
Fan the
anti-monster.
flame with your love.
No special effects, no nothing. They're just staring at Oliver and the anti-monitor.
And that
Out.
works.
Yeah, it worked somehow.
Because destiny.
They rebooted the universe by staring really intensely at Oliver and the anti-monitor.
Darrell brings up a good point. The Dementors, like, what? I mean, there was a million of them in the first episode, and they managed to kill Oliver Queen. But in this one, like, yeah, a regular 35-year-old man just punches him into smoke. I'm the Paragon of Humanity. Punch.
It's the anime trope of beginner's luck. First time you see a thing, it's always infinitely powerful.
You can shoot it with a gun. You can punch it with super speed force. You can hit it with your wacky stick. But basically, all you have to do is touch it with some force, and it explodes into smoke.
Except for that whole thing reminded me of for some strange reason, because this is where my brain goes when I watch things. Lord Zed's putties in the second season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Where the first time they fought them, they couldn't figure out how to kill them, and they almost killed the Power Rangers with putties. And then they realized a small flick to the Z in their chest killed them, so they were never a threat again.
Just hit them in the Z. It's just like the other putties. What?
Oh my god! These are now putties again, and not weird world-ending threats.
And Bulk and Skull can beat them. I mean, come on.
Right?
Just punch him in the Z.
Where my brain, because I thought the same thing.
Punch him in the Z.
Man, the Shadow Demons were a very much so a larger threat in the first episode. But yeah, that last 15 minutes felt kind of dumb. Well, not kind of dumb, really dumb.
They were pretty dumb, but I was fine with it.
The fight between the Anti-Monitor and Oliver was pretty okay.
I guess.
And
it's more a lot of slow kind of like grappling jujitsu type stuff. I guess it was something.
And it worked well because you couldn't have that big bulky armor go and do like full-blown like martial arts. Like you had to take it to that different level.
Yeah. Or make him, into a giant.
Yeah.
Because reasons.
And then, speaking of Power Rangers, make my monster grow!
I'm only mostly dead.
Yeah, this felt weird. This felt so weird.
But at least Oliver got to say, "You have failed this universe."
Yes, that was like
that's all that really mattered. That's what all of this built up to.
Yeah.
Oliver saying that line.
Like Spectre Oliver looked and sounded pretty cool. Like that effect and how he acted when he was the Spectre worked for me.
Yeah, I was fine with that. And and just so you didn't forget that this was an Arrow episode, we're gonna have like this little montage of Arrow scenes.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about Felicity, but she's not gonna show up.
Right. And when we go through the Speed Force, we have to go and touch all of the Arrow things, like nothing else. Just one.
Well, it was Oliver's thing, so he was making all the memories or whatever that was tying everyone together. So they had to go.
I still don't know.
So they so Flash had to go find and touch them, and show up in things that didn't exist.
I guess.
And go find who is it? Oh yeah, Superman. Like it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna just interrupt this whole scene that's happening right here. You guys don't actually exist. But Superman, you need to come with me. And I'm like, what? What do you mean I don't exist? We're in the Speed Force. Don't worry about it. Just come on.
Just come on.
We're running out of time. There's only so much time left in the episode. We got to wrap this up.
Yeah. Like the first one, it had to be this long, drawn-out thing. After that, just you don't exist. Come with me.
They don't exist. Uriel, come with me. We're in the Speed Force, and you got to give me a high five or something so we can get out of here. Because the Anti-Monitor like jumped in and grumbled at us while we were moving through the Speed Force, and then we got separated.
Yeah, he was just like grumpy. Like
it was just funny. He was like, booga booga booga. And then, oh no, we fell out of the Space Force. I mean, Speed Force.
It's like, it's Courage the Cowardly Dog's owner yelling at him through the mask. Like,
but it was fine. It was all fine. It happened. It was a thing that happened.
any other notes before we move on?
Let's see. The height of fashion at the dawn of time. They're mostly quotes because the quotes were
Okay.
good. We already said douchebag is the most descriptive. This is all the Monitor's fault. So good on you. The paragon of pep tops.
Yep.
Pep talks. I can talk.
Pep
The brave and the bold. Ruined bad guy plan. And we have a new universe now.
Yay.
And we're going to learn all about this new universe in...
I was on the wrong screen.
Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 5. Supergirl wakes up in Bizarro World. Lex Luthor is accepting a Nobel Peace Prize, and the gang slowly gets together because Stan Lee confirms that the hero's multiverse has been punched together, god damn it! Now give us all the crossovers. Anyone not a Paragon gets the previously on recap from the Martian Manhunter, and we get the attack of the 50-foot Bebo. Praise Bebo. Praise Bebo. Wait, Bebo's self is fourth wall breaking quips and big blue fuzzballs. Oh, yes! This is the Legends episode, isn't it? And
It
it looks like
is.
the Big Bad wasn't entirely defeated by staring at it. Dementors are back, and apparently more threatening now since Kevin was punching them to dust last episode, but now cowers in fear. And things look bad as they start breaking into Star Labs. Damn it, if only they had some sort of force field for this type of thing. Although I guess it's possible that this universe doesn't have that feature and little multiverses. Anyway, the gang assembles to avenge Coulson's death, and Ivan Ooze is defeated once and for all. And we celebrate by looking over the new multiverse that's been...
Pausing this for a moment. How did we make, what, 4 Mighty
Two.
Morphin Power Rangers references so far?
And 2 Ivan Ooze references. I mean, come on.
Oh my god. All right.
created. Diggle has both versions of his kid. Superman has sons, plural. Green fucking Lanterns. Stars and Stripes, Doom Patrol, which is officially a different Earth than Titans. Titans, Super Atom, and... Wait. Everyone did die, didn't they? The heroes who survived the end of the multiverse still lost everyone, and they didn't come back. Each of their loved ones was annihilated, and the fact that they created a new multiverse in its place is still just a reroll of the cosmic dice. Duplicates, copies of the characters we know and love. Trillions of people still blinked out of existence in a... Ooh, the Justice League table. Oh, I need more seats. Holy fuck, I get to legitimately say, meanwhile in the Hall of Justice now. And Gleek! Nice nod to how we first saw the signs of Grodd. Where was I? Existential Dread? Okay.
That may be Darrell's best thing ever.
Right. That one was really good.
I mean, they're always well written, but that one was really well delivered as well.
Right.
And they do just kind of gloss over a lot of things.
They really do. Like nobody.
Everyone died, but we brought everyone back. But they're not really the same person. But
Nobody feels
nobody
any
cares.
remorse whatsoever for anything that happened. Like,
And by the way, it's all one universe now. Whee!
yeah, because we had to get rid of that real quick because it.
Supergirl's on CW now, so we want her to be free to. Yeah.
Black Lightning's probably not getting renewed for another season, so we had to pull him into here. So in case we ever wanted to use him again,
Yes, Black Lightning's here. He's good. Supergirl's now in this universe, so
Yeah.
she's
So
not in
that way
her
we don't
own
have to
separate
spend
thing. We don't have to worry about
5
that anymore.
seconds portaling over to it because that's always been a big major hurdle with visiting Supergirl is the dimensions.
Well, now she can just show up whenever.
like look at a hairpin and like, oh, this looks like Supergirl's hairpin. Hold on, Barry, I'm gonna vibe you to Earth 73,206. Boop, boop. Hi, Supergirl. Let's race.
Whee! They got their DC version of a Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah, Marv Wolfman showed up, which was nice.
And Marv, I love you. You're the best. That whole scene was so weird and shoehorned in, but
very,
wonderful at the same time.
Like, I looked at him and I'm like, that motherfucking Marv Wolfman is like, hi, Marv. I'm like, hey, motherfucking Marv Wolfman.
Hey, can you sign this for me? It's like, wait, so she's in my universe now? Oh yeah, I've always been doing stuff.
Yeah, she's always in here with you.
Y'all do stuff together all the time.
I like the Green Arrow. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Amazing. Everyone's back, but go ahead and cry because Oliver stayed dead.
Yeah, everybody's sad because Sad Boy is still dead and sad. But he'll be back for the next episode of Arrow because he has to pass off the torch to his daughter, which was miraculously not involved in any of this.
No, they got to purgatory and then pieced out, and that was that.
We had 3 canaries available to do any kind of like sonic activity. Nope, none of them. Another Green Arrow? Nope, doesn't matter. Like,
no. What about Ragman? No. Mr. Tripp? No. Shush. Nobody asked you. They're not paragons.
No, because reasons.
Because reasons. We have things to do. And his daughter's busy filming that episode, her solo episode of Arrow. So.
Right. I haven't watched that one yet. I was tempted to before the show, but
I haven't either. Just because I've been super busy.
Yeah.
Cookie season is upon us. You know all about that.
Hard, yeah, man. But yeah, this did feel like a weird epilogue. Like we had another fight for no good reason.
Yeah, like it's a giant anti-monitor, and then they basically Ant-Manned him.
Yes, yeah, no ifs, ands, or buts. They absolutely Ant-Manned him. I was hoping
and sent him. What did they call it?
Get the super like dark blue eggshell looking motherfucker that we get in the comic books. No, he's just big.
Yeah, no, he's just big.
Damn it!
So we send him to the quantum realm. I mean, the microverse. Because he's just shrinking forever.
There could be some trademark issues on that one. Yeah, we'll work on that. Oof. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, DC, but oof.
Oof. It's like, the monitor's not dead. How do we solve this problem? Real quick. We'll just shrink him.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't solved much better in the comics. Like, we're just going to send him to the end of time. How? No.
Just going to sit in there. He's just going to chill.
Something about Booster Gold and the Flash and going back through time and forward through time at the same time and Superboy Prime and why do I smell silver? I don't know, man. Like, I love the fact that we're in a single universe now because we do get cool things like the Hall of Justice. We get the Super Friends. Unfortunately, we get the Super Friends.
I know. And that Gleek confirmed.
Fucker!
Which I assume means the Wonder Twins are also confirmed.
Any tease of the Wonder Twins could have been better than this. Any of them. You had to pull out fucking Gleek.
You could have had a T-Rex and a pail of water. No. Make a monkey reference.
This shit is bananas. Bananas.
Form of a green tiger. Whatever that is. Form of a snowstorm.
I am really genuinely excited though for the stuff that they can do and hopefully won't squander away with this shared Earth Prime universe though.
Yes. And I did laugh out loud when they pulled back and revealed it was the Hall of Justice.
Yeah.
that's good.
I'm like, hey, now we're just it's a warehouse that all because like when they went to that in like episode 2, or 3. Was it 2 or 3? I don't remember. But
Uh,
I'm like, where the fuck are they? Like, why is this big deal? Like,
what is this weird empty room?
yeah, this weird warehouse, but they're making it seem like it's a big deal.
Hey, look, guys, I got a table with chairs. I was like,
I
oh,
do like
oh,
the
you
King
made a little
Arthur and the
Justice
Round
League
Table.
round table. That's fun. There's like, what's in the attic? Oh, it's Gleek. It's like, really? They're making a Gleek reference.
Motherfucker.
And then they pull out. Oh, it's the Hall of Justice.
So that means we're definitely going to get a Legion of Doom, because we're going to get President Luthor in this. I think that's fairly obviously been set up.
Yeah, that's very much set up. And this is now Earth Prime.
Yeah, because we're just one step away from the President Luthor storyline. And you know what? I'm okay with that, because dear God, give me more of that guy's Lex Luthor. Like 2.5 Luthors is just the best. I fucking love him so much.
I'm here for sassy Luthor. It's fine. He's so much better than Lena.
Right? Yes. Like I Kia picked up again on Supergirl, so I'm watching Supergirl. We're not going to continue watching it for the show, but I'm back in on Supergirl, mainly because Kia's all in on Supergirl again.
And there are worse things.
I'm excited to see if they kind of shelve Lena, because they have 2.5 Luthors now.
Yes, and he's a good guy? Question mark.
No, he's definitely Lex Luthoring this shit.
I mean, the wink was very suspicious.
Our Legion of Doom for the Arrowverse, we have Lex Luthor, who probably will be hiding himself. So maybe Lena Luthor.
Solomon Grundy. Who else was on the Legion of Doom?
I mean, we're gonna have a lot of Flash.
Will we get Chitara or whatever her name is?
Yeah, we're not gonna get Cheetah because she's a Wonder Woman villain. We're not gonna get Black Manta unless they introduce an Aqua person.
We could have Aqualad. That'd be fun.
We do have the Batwoman group, so we can get Scarecrow. We'll probably have Alice on the Legion of Doom, if not Riddler. I think they referenced directly in Batwoman. Yeah, it was Riddler that they referenced directly in Batwoman. You do have the entire Gotham Rogues Gallery, as well as the Flash Rogues Gallery. So, like, world-ending threats?
That's fine. I'm cool with the next crossover being Legion of Doom.
Exactly. Like, the thing is with the Legion of Doom is, if you took them outside of the Super Friends, like, they were all world-ending level threats. Like, even Solomon Grundy and Gorilla Grodd were world-threatening threats. Like, just because they were in, like, that's the whole reason why I get pissed off that people hate Aquaman, because of Super Friends. Like, no, Aquaman is all in all Superman of the sea.
Ooh, Bizarro.
Yeah, we
do
have
a Bizarro Supergirl, or
yeah.
Let's see. Who are the members of the Hall? Yes, there you got Bizarro, Black Manta, Brainiac.
Yeah, yeah, we do have Brainiac and Supergirl.
I mean, isn't the crap?
That's Brainiac 5. That's a Legion of Superheroes guy. Is her friend?
What's his name? What's his name?
Brainy,
yes.
Yeah, Brainiac 5. He's the good Brainiac.
Brainiac, yeah.
But we did get the bad Brainiac in season 2 or 3.
Let's see, Captain Cold.
Captain Cold's a good guy.
He's a good guy now. Cheetah, Giganta.
Cheetah won't exist because she's a Wonder Woman.
Giganta, I don't know that one. Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah, we got Gorilla Grodd. He's still there.
Riddler, Scarecrow, Sinestro.
We do.
They finally gave you your Green Lantern nod.
We finally got that, even though it's on a different fucking universe. But that doesn't mean
maybe.
Anything.
Solomon Grundy and Toyman.
Twiggy?
Toyman.
Oh, we do have Toyman too from Supergirl.
So yeah, let's that can be the next crossover. We'll have a nice, fun little Legion of Doom episode.
Yeah,
crossover.
Exactly.
Do it.
Because we have 1, 2.
We've done the whole multiverse destruction thing.
4,
You can't go
5,
bigger than that, so bring it back small.
7, 8 confirmed. Yeah, and Sinestro could be an easy pull because we have Green Lanterns now. Yeah, like you can only pull at universe-ending things too many times without them becoming stale. Sometimes a more personal threat is a lot more threatening and endearing and a better storyline than a universal threat, because the universal threat, I mean, like what we did with the Anti-Monitor, you have to throw a god at it.
Apparently, they've already done Legion of Doom and Legends of Tomorrow.
Huh. Yeah, I don't even know most of the villains in Legends of Tomorrow. Well, yeah, so we have an entire freaking thing there.
Legion of Doom serves as the main antagonist for season 2 of Legends of Tomorrow, drawing from Arrow and the Flash.
I thought I watched
This version
that.
is led by Reverse Flash,
Oh yeah, that's
Damien
true.
Dark, Malcolm Merlin.
Yeah, we do have that huge group of people.
Rip Hunter, and Heatwave. Anyway,
Yeah,
that was a fun
I
rabbit
completely
hole.
forgot. Or yeah, that was so long ago though. It's no wonder that I forgot that.
So hey, do it again. Do it proper, since we
Yeah,
have Super
and
Friends.
An actual Legion of Doom, like unlike the, I mean that's a good Legion of Doom that they have there, but it's not the.
But you gotta have Luthor. You gotta have Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
The rest you can mix around, but you gotta have him at the head.
Yeah, you can have any of your evil speedsters because you have like 18,000 of them.
Yeah.
You do have Damien Dark. I think he's still around. Malcolm Merlin's not a good bad guy anymore. He also might be dead. Yeah, if we're gonna do Captain Cold, you have to have him time displaced like they had here.
Which, oh gosh, the fact that he's a famous writer now was wonderful.
Yes, Rebecca,
and his name is Rebecca.
Fucking best. Oh my god, it's so good. Like, it's so fantastic, and just the fact that he owns that shit. Like, there's like everybody realizes that he's Rebecca. Oh, should I call you Mick or Rebecca? Rebecca's fine. Like, to my biggest fan, love Rebecca. Like, so great. Mick is just the best. And yes, like if you ever like forgot that this is supposed to be the Legends of Tomorrow episode, suddenly Sarah's in charge. Like, she's the one leading the pack.
Yes.
Like,
and Bebo.
And Bebo, because that's a thing we needed to touch back up on, and I loved it. Like, Bebo's off limits.
I mean, I didn't get it, but I assumed it was from Legends of Tomorrow.
It was, and it was.
It felt like it belonged there.
It was such a weird. Like, Legends of Tomorrow is like the modern day Legend of Super Friends. Like, but not stupid. Like,
meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice,
Batwoman and Supergirl are making out because we are woke.
Just in case you forgot.
All right. Anything else on Crisis?
I got another good closed caption sound for the Dementors, whatever they were called. When they were flying around, it said ethereal whooshing. So good job, closed caption writers.
Yep.
And don't call me Sparkles, which was one of your potential names, but you want to be called Sparkles, so.
Yes. Call me Sparkles.
So yeah, a crisis happened.
Yeah.
We sent the Anti-Monitor into the quantum realm, or the microverse, whichever you want to call it. And there's one universe now, Earth Prime, and things are happening.
Was this your first crossover, though, that you watched all the way through?
I'm 99% sure, yeah. I mean, I saw some of the crossovers when it was just Arrow and Flash.
Yeah.
But none with more than that.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, I
had fun.
they do their best, obviously, because these are huge ratings pools. So, like,
It wasn't perfect, but the CW shows never are. So I had low expectations.
That's fair.
And overall, I had a good time.
There we go. All right.
It was a little dumb and sometimes weird, but usually in a good way.
Yeah. Like, and I am excited to see what you think of Legends of Tomorrow going forward. Like, that's my biggest thing is I think you're going to be all in on Legends of Tomorrow, just like we were with Gotham, like, because it's in that same vein, and I love it.
Yeah, well, we were back and forth on Gotham.
Yeah, we did drop it for, thankfully, the worst 2 seasons purportedly. So
I don't know. Season 2 is pretty rough. It ended well though.
Very rough.
It was bad enough that we rage quit it.
Yep.
Mostly because they didn't bring Mr. Cupcake back after
Exactly.
what,
And then they
season
gave
2,
us
episode 3 or
worst
something.
Azrael ever of Mr. Chess. Mr. Chessriel. Jesus. I'm never gonna forgive him for that one. I love Azrael so much. You know, fucking Mr. Chess him on me. God damn it. We'll never forgive you, Gotham. Let's see what about The Witcher.
Let's
Toss some coins.
Witcher Episode 1. A Mandalorian goes into a bar and fights a bunch of goons to prove he's a badass cliché. Wait, what? Cliché averted? Although I guess he did just kill a giant spider monster, display raven eyes, and cooked Bambi. Yes, this is the first episode of The Witcher, based on the books, not the video game. It is vital that you know this, because book adaptations make bank. Video game adaptations, meanwhile, suck balls. And we sort of get introduced to people and places, but the show is pretty stingy on throwing around things like names and context for them. We're introduced to de-aged Kirsten Dunst playing a game of Bones with street kids, and she's clearly a princess in disguise. Whoa, at least Gotham let me finish a thought before they gave the reveal. Anyway, there are battles. We know one of the armies is the bad guys because they wear black and act like the Reavers from Firefly. But with no concept of stakes or threats, this admittedly well-executed battle is just time filler. And we do get some exposition from the wizard in the holodeck garden filled with naked people, and it's just a boring string of names that don't really mean anything. I'm sure people who read the books loved it, though. Anyway, we see the siege of King's Landing, only this time the walls fall and the rich folk drink their poison. Meanwhile, Gerald fights a bloody good fight, although he clearly needs to level up his powers more, and ends up killing his new friend with a very familiar brooch.
Okay, so before I get
It
involved...
was the lesser evil.
Yes, the lesser evil. So before I get too involved in my gushing of the show, before I watched the show, I had not read any of the books, nor played any of the games. I owned Witcher. I still own Witcher 1 and 2 on Steam. I have played approximately maybe an hour of both of them.
I've played 0 hours of any Witcher game, nor have I read any Witcher book. So I know 0% about Witcher going into the show.
No, it was the same with me. Like, I knew what The Witcher was. I know it was Geralt of Rivia, and I knew he was some kind of like weird.
And I knew when I saw the guy with the white hair and the weird eyes and the sword that was The Witcher. I don't know how I know that, but I knew that.
Yeah, it was pretty much mine too. Like that was about where I drew. And I knew it was Superman playing him because reasons.
Though impressively, I keep forgetting it is Superman.
Yeah, because he can actually act. Turns out.
Yeah, I know. When you give him some good direction and stuff to do,
radical.
He has the best like annoyed sigh of.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yes, if we could all say the F word like Geralt, whatever. Geralt. Sorry, Darrell's throwing me off by calling him Gerald now.
You know, now that you've said that, he's never gonna not call him Gerald. Like,
so we fought a giant spider monster with his bloodwork eyes. Look just like the Flash. The bloodwork zombies.
For real.
Too close to home. Too recent. Couldn't get that out of my head, but it was fine.
I love the fact that he gets his ass kicked. Like he's not a superhero in this. Like he's not infallible. He just he barely wins, but it's definitely by an ass pull, and he very nearly died.
He brute forces his way through.
Yeah.
Because apparently that's his power. It's brute force.
Super stubbornness. Though he does prove that he's a tactician later in the battle. But yeah, so you will notice that there's a few Monster of the Week episodes in this, and it is because these books are pretty small from what I could tell. Now that being said, I'm only about halfway through the first book because
Oh, you started reading the book.
Audible. Geek-io.net/audible.
Is that a thing?
It is a thing.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
It is a thing. I haven't used it in forever, and I rarely talk about it, but between Audible doing their Black Friday sale and Kindle doing their I got a really killer deal for 3 months of Kindle Unlimited for 99 cents.
Nice.
So I'm going ham on reading those books, though sadly, these books are not on Kindle Unlimited, so
No.
I resorted to using my Kindle credits for it, or my Audible credits for it. So while there's sex and boobies and lots and lots and lots of swearing, fuck.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too desensitized by Mr. Robot season 4, but
I mean,
it didn't
that's
seem
fair.
as egregious as I was expecting it when you when you warned me ahead of time.
I mean, through the entire season of the 8 episodes, there is a good 5-minute mashup of just Gerald. God damn it, Darrell. Geralt saying, "Fuck," like, and it's glorious, and also the like he's so good. I love Henry Cavill in this because he can actually prove that he can actually act and emote,
Yes.
and it's a radical fucking concept.
I know. No, he doesn't emote a ton, but
No, because it's not the character, but he emotes
No.
more than he does as Superman.
this is true. And I like that he does well of playing the subtlety of like, no, I don't care about anything, but he obviously does.
Yeah, exactly.
He cares very much.
He's very much so like a Maui kind of character, whereas like I don't care about you people, but I'm definitely going to do my own thing in the same direction that's going to help you.
I'm not doing this for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first episode. What all happened here? We get introduced to Geralt. He goes to a city.
A lot of people.
He goes to a city to sell his dead monster, and gets tricked to hanging out with a wizard who expositions some exposition.
Yep.
About an evil lady born under the shadow moon who something.
Something that's never really important ever again.
Really?
Yeah, no, that never comes back up ever in the entire series.
No, I figured that's where they were going with like Yennefer and
no, that is more along the lines of sexy lady, what's her face?
Sexy lady, what's her face?
Freaking the Renfrey, there we go. Jesus.
Oh, from the first episode.
Yeah, more so her saying the only thing that really comes out of any of those prophecies is the girl from the woods is your destiny.
Right.
But like the demon who's going to destroy the world or anything like that, nope.
Okay. I really would. I think they should have. I mean, I know he was busy with Mandalorian, but I would have liked to have seen Werner Herzog as the wizard.
Oh my God, you know? Yes, that would have been so.
Because he does such a much better job of exposition, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Richard. Please come into my booby garden. We will have a discussion. We have things to discuss. We have matters to discuss about the shadow moon. It is a very difficult profession, Richard. And it works so much better in my head.
Yeah. Put that title there.
But
so yeah, the issue with this is, and something that I didn't realize until I am now watching the second time through, by the way. And oh no, please don't twist my arm.
Yeah, it didn't take me long to figure out why CJ loves this show. because it's basically a live action D&D campaign.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, where are you gonna go with this? Where are you going with this, Azevedo?
Where are you gonna go? Because you don't even know what's gonna happen next. You think you know what's gonna happen next, but then you're like, no.
Yeah, exactly. Then
Like,
the
oh, we're gonna do
DM rolls a
tropey
nat 20
things.
behind the screen, and we're just like, we're just gonna go over to this scene over here because I now have to plan what's going on over here.
Wait, that didn't work out like I expected to, so we're gonna have to improvise a little bit. And scene.
Yep. So yeah, you go and fight this. You go and fight the spider. Okay, it's no problem. That thing is 2 levels lower than me. Nat 20. Shit. Roll to save. Nat 1. Shit.
Yeah. So there's wizards and explanations and mysterious women.
Also, that wizard
but
doesn't
then
pay this anymore either. That wizard doesn't.
he did show up again. At
Yeah,
least
he
at one
does,
point.
but like his role goes from big exposition dump towards the world ending in his booby garden to literally nothing. Like
to sitting on the council and being racist.
that is exactly like the Sentra wizard Ratsack. Nope.
Mousesack.
There we go.
Good old Mousesack.
He plays a big part in the story going forward.
Yeah, I thought he was dead, and then he wasn't.
Yeah,
So
that happens in this show.
Well, it's also they're obviously playing loosey goosey with timelines.
Okay, good. I'm glad you caught on to that.
Well, it's like, oh no, they died, and now we're back here, and they're alive again, and the girl's not even born yet. So okay.
They are very loose with this, and it's very much so like Pulp Fiction level timelines, where the parts absolutely intertwine, but you never know at what part they do, and when when they're separated, where they tie into each other, or where they separate and when they come together, or anything like that, because they never give you names or times or anything. Like they purposely avoid telling
They'll give you names sometimes.
The years. Like the years are the big thing that they
never tell the
purposely avoid
years.
telling you,
No,
with the
they never
exception
tell
of a
you a
couple
year.
things that it took me 2 times to figure out what they were referencing.
But like, what scene was that? Because he was
In the
sorry, I'm bleeding over into episode 3 at this point.
I'm gonna say they give
fighting
you
the,
at that point, but in this
cursed-
episode they don't really do that. Like
this episode there's just 2 storylines. There's his
you
thing,
get
and there's
Geralt and Yennefer, or Geralt and Ciri's.
Siri, what's her?
Siri.
Cyril? How do you pronounce her name?
Like your phone. The
well, I know
worst.
that's what they call her for short, but her like full name is like Cyril.
Citronella Candle.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right. She repels all the mosquitoes.
Yes. With her scream.
Yeah, so we just have like their 2 storylines going in parallel.
Right. Yeah, because you
there's
don't
no
even meet Yennefer in this episode.
No, Yennefer's in the next episode.
Yeah.
Boy, do we meet Yennefer.
Yeah, you do. She makes herself well known very quickly. We should talk about the second episode.
Let's see. Yeah, we can move on. Screamed, vomited, and passed out.
Yep. Magic is primarily focused on screaming in this series until it's not.
Yes, we learned that in episode 3 when they just spend the last 15 minutes of the episode screaming.
Magic duels are just a bunch of people yelling at each other. Like, take your Harry Potter nonsense out of here. We're just gonna yell absolute nothing at one another. Shit's gonna explode.
Also portals.
Yes. Yeah, right. Anything else on episode 1?
No. Took an arrow to the eye.
Oof. Stop with the eyes.
Yes. The violence in this is whew.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's like Tarantino level stuff.
Letting you know what you were in for. Lots of swears and not holding back on the violence.
No. Even if you wish sometimes they would.
Yeah.
Good lord, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
This is a little gratuitous.
Yeah.
Is that really necessary?
Netflix is like, yeah, this is adorable. Your Game of Thrones scenes are adorable. our B plot is going to have people getting shot through the eye, stabbed through the dick, cannibalism. Like,
yes, we're gonna cut off a dead woman's flesh, and this guy's gonna eat it, and then we're gonna disembowel him and throw it at the sky. And what
you,
is
Game of
happening? Why is
but
this?
yet we're still going to do a better acted and better shot than all of Game of Thrones.
Oh, shots fired. So yeah, episode 2. Let's
Which
go.
episode 2?
Sorry, I didn't mean to start him.
Witcher Episode 2. The episode starts with a pair of Stephen King bullies picking on an unnamed girl, and of course she's unnamed. The show plays the pronoun game so much it would break a sin counter. Anyway, Melisandre buys Piglet because she has teleporting powers, and the plot progresses. Speaking of CinemaSins, in the space of a minute we get 2 counts of character says they won't do a thing just before they do the thing, but at least we got some great snot acting. Superdad meets up with a fucking bard and picks a side quest to kill a monster. Remember kids, bags of coins will always have the exact change inside. And Shrek heads off with an unwanted donkey tagging along. Only it turns out that not all monsters are evil, and this one is intelligent and working with some owls. Fade to black. The Witcher wakes up to meet these elves in hiding, but still manages to keep their heads as they escape with some pretty cool loot. Okay, if you stop laughing now. Loot. Get it?
I got you, Darrell.
Oh,
Meanwhile, at
that's
Castle
very-
Pike, Piglet gets forced enrolled into Hogwarts and instantly fails her lessons. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. And we finally get her name, Yennefer. Wait, I know that name. And at this point I start realising that our 3 main characters aren't interacting at all, and the pronoun games make sense. We're in multiple timelines, aren't we? Also, weeks are passing for one character while the other has experienced days or hours, but also the not meeting thing. Anyway, the Avatar tries her best to learn floating rocks, airbending, and catching lightning. Yennefer doesn't do well at most of these lessons, but she does manage to survive the reward of Ascension, which basically involves being turned into an eel to act as magic power supply.
Yep. And that makes absolute sense, because I'm sure that is described better in the book than it was in the show.
Yes. Yeah, Cave's like, so why are they turning him into eels and putting him on the lake? I was like, because they're conduits. It's like, what does that mean? I don't know.
I still don't know. Like,
Magic hand wavy.
Yeah, no. So, Yennefer's story takes place. So it is like beginning, middle, and current. The current story is Ciri's storyline.
Mhm.
Let me tell you that right now. I'm not going to tell you where.
Well, I mean,
Darrell-
that's obvious because there's
So-
scenes that we've seen where
Also, you can
Not
always
born yet.
tell how far back in the past we are if you hear good things about Sintra. The better things are going for Sintra, the further back we are. Because things don't turn out well for Sintra, turns out.
makes sense.
So, like, Yennefer was another one of those characters that I just kind of knew of adjacently because it was one of those. She's always been one of those best and hottest video game heroines that don't need no man. And I'm like, it's not Yennefer. And I look at her on IMDb. I'm like, yeah, it's more Yennefer. That's not Yennefer.
We'll get there.
I'm like, why would you get a woman this hot to play a woman who, to play this?
Yeah, and why would you prosthetic her up?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll find out.
Oh, yeah. You find.
Boy, will you find out.
Oh, you find out. Oh, you find out. Oh, boy.
On this week's episode of Queer Eye for the Hunchback. Which that dude. Oh my gosh.
I love how in like how hard he falls for Yennefer, even though like he's cute and she's not in this. Like, I love the fact that they actually have a genuine relationship.
Yeah. Even though like he obviously was supposed to like manipulate her and get information or something for Wizard Man from previous episode.
Right.
But he obviously falls for her for real.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's manipulating him. That wasn't very clear to me what the back and forth was. And I think we're skipping into episode 3, but they kind of overlap a lot. So
yeah. This episode definitely introduces you to Yennefer and kind of focuses primarily on her in this episode.
Yeah, we get her origin story.
Yeah, which is really sad because her dad's a douchebag.
Or dead. Her real dad.
Yeah, her real dad is stepdad. Sorry.
Except as a douchebag who sells her for 4 marks.
Yep.
That's the title of the episode. See what you did there. And everybody's mean to her.
Yep, everybody's mean to her, but like the wizard people aren't mean to her because of her looks. They're mean to her because she's bad at books. She's
You're
not
bad at
nerdy
magic.
enough for the nerd club. So
You have a lot of magic, but even like her fellow students are nice to her. There's like no bullying going on, really. At least not that they
because they're
show.
all there they're not there. Any of them are there
No,
by their
yeah,
own
they
volition.
were like,
So they're like,
oh gosh,
we're all basically slaves, so we're going to be decent to one another.
we're in this together. It's like, come on, you can do
Crazy woman throwing lightning at us.
it. Make the rock float. Oh, your hand died. Sorry. I probably should have given you a heads up about that,
Like,
but I was making the point.
Fuck, woman. Jesus.
Give and take. Meanwhile, Siri's hanging out with Rat Boy.
Yep.
We'll learn more about later.
Yeah.
But he's nice.
Though not much more. Like,
yeah, well, he's an elf.
Yes.
And Sintra were super D-bags to elves.
yes. The elves are a very eclectic group in this. They are definitely far from the pretty boy Legolas elves. Like, they are definitely more the Nordic, we're going to steal and eat your babies elves.
Except they don't, right? They seem like nice. They seem like nice elves.
Hey, look over there.
Sintra's the bad guys. Like the whole elf genocide thing. That seems bad, right?
Yeah, no, the elves are actually, like, from what I can tell, the elves are pretty good. Though I am playing The Witcher 3 right now, and there's a reason why the elf genocide happened. We'll just leave it at that, because that'll probably be touched on in season 2 or 3.
Yeah, which season 2 already announced. So
Yep. February 2021, and I am super excited. And I am glad, because my poor pansexual heart cannot take all of the beauty that is all the beautiful people that are in this show.
there are a lot of pretty people in here, despite
There are
it,
a lot of incredible
despite them always needing a bath.
Yes, Geralt always needs a bath. Always needs a bath.
Yes, that's one of my Katie notes. Is like, I just want to bathe these people.
Apparently, Geralt wants you to bathe him, because. But yeah, we get introduced
Apparently,
to
that's bard duties.
Bard friend in that song that took over the internet.
Yes, the song that broke the internet.
Really did. Like, I didn't listen to any of the songs when the covers when they first started dropping, because I'm not going to listen to the song because I'm afraid it's going to spoil things in the show for me. And I wanted to watch the show, but at the time I didn't have Netflix. So, because we abandoned it for Disney Plus, and then shows like Locke and Key and The Witcher came around. So I'm like, shit.
I quit you too soon, Netflix.
Saved me.
I wish I could quit you.
Money, so there's that. Bought me a coffee or two. So there was that. So yeah, the song that took the internet by the storm. Toss a coin to your Witcher.
Oh, Valley of Plenty.
Oh, Valley of Plenty.
Oh, Valley of Plenty.
He's a friend of humanity.
Yes.
Hugh's only friend. I like how most of the covers do put Hugh and Manatee in two different words. Sound like there's a space between the two of them. So I'm just thinking of this sea cow.
A manatee named Hugh.
Yes, he's just sea cow named Hugh, and he's very happy.
His only
friend, Geralt.
His good friend Geralt, the Witcher. I could see Geralt being friends with the manatee.
Oh yeah. As long
You
as
like him and his
wasn't,
horse.
Wasn't against hearing fuck a lot.
Don't touch Roach.
Poor Roach. I love Roach.
Roach is the best.
Roach is so good.
He's the one that Geralt confides in.
Yes. I do like how he expositions to Roach.
To Roach the horse. And what was her Renfrey? Renfrey.
Not
Or something.
Rennifer.
Sorry.
Not every woman in this name is something
Yeah.
Effer.
Like walks up and
Cinnifer, you got Yennefer,
are you walking
you got
to the
Rennifer.
Are you talking to that horse? Yes. What's it to you?
I love Yasker though. Like Yasker is a great
he is a wonderful character.
He wore on me a little bit,
He
obviously,
brings
because I think he was
balance.
meant to.
Yeah. He's supposed to be obnoxious.
And then he grows on you. He's still no less obnoxious, but he does grow on you and make you actually feel for him. And I could appreciate that. It doesn't really happen in this episode, except for at the end where he sings the song.
Yeah, not till the end. But he does have the face of a cat and a coward.
Yeah.
He's got that face that you want to punch. At the same time, you kind of like him.
You do. And he's and the actor who plays him seems like he's just having a lot of fun. Like this was a good episode. I enjoyed this episode because Yennefer is a very compelling character, and not for the reasons why you think. She's actually legitimately compelling, and I adore her.
Yeah, she's a very, very interesting character. And
she gets even more interesting as we move on into episode 3.
Yes. Let's see. We talked about the lightning test.
Yep.
There was when Ciri was running away from the people chasing her, she puts all this mud in her hair, I guess, to disguise herself. But then when she meets up with Rat Boy, her hair is clean. Or no, not then. When she gets to the camp or whatever where the refugees are hiding out, her hair is clean. I was like, how'd your hair get clean? Reading between the lines and gut punches. And Katie is really bothered by the face talking in this show. Everybody just not giving personal space, just talking really close to faces.
Talking.
It's right here. Why are you so close to their face when you're talking to them? No one should be that close. Take a step back.
From your
I don't think these people brush their teeth.
Oh yeah, no. Hygiene not in a world where drowners and things like that exist, hygiene not really the primary focus.
But yes. On to episode 3. Judge me not, Roach.
Witcher Episode 3. We open with another hunter taking on a monster-slaying job to prove that the threat is real before Sam and Dean get involved. And somebody has been watching my playthrough of Witcher 3 because Superman stays a spell in a brothel. Time has progressed enough for the bard to have written songs about most of Aragon's scars, and for them to be famous. He's hired to go hunt down Strager Things, a side quest that feels a lot like that monster baby from Witcher 3. We get Witcher scents, pre-battle potions, a monster with quest timer, and we're sure this isn't based on the video game? Yennefer's story continues with a dance in the Great Hall of Hogwarts, and the newly transfigured witches are paired off with their various kings now that they've earned their chains. A rejected Yennefer puts herself through the Black Widow initiation and gets the looks of the woman I know and romanced. And both hers and the Steiger's bloody rebirths play out together without a hint of subtlety in their symmetry.
No, not a hint.
No subtlety whatsoever.
No
Show's
subtlety.
not great on subtlety. If you want, to figure things out other than the timelines thing, it's not great on that at all.
No. I did notice this was the first episode where I noticed the little symbol changes above the title card each episode.
Oh, yeah, it goes through the different signs.
I mean, I don't know what they are, but I was like, oh, they change it every time.
Ard, Ira, Igni, Queen, Anil.
I don't know. There's the wolf face and the tree and the fork-looking thing.
Yeah, because the wolf face is Geralt's because he is the white wolf.
He's the white wolf.
The tree
that was the
is
first episode.
Ciri.
Yeah, in the forest of Bolokin.
Yep.
Bolokin.
Forest of Bolokin, the Dryad forest, where she learns to harness her magic, mostly.
Oh. Spoilers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Her doing...
She drank the waters.
Canary level screams.
Yes.
They don't go too deep into that one either, though. The subtle... Ciri is probably the most subtle character in this entire season. And she's not that subtle. Like, you do get introduced to Triss Marigold in this episode, which is a big deal for video game fans because, as Darrell said, usually you get to romance Yennefer or Triss as your endgame waifu, and there we go.
Okay.
You get to find out the very painful process of which why they cast a supermodel to play Yennefer.
Yes, indeed. Though I gotta say, the makeover warlock, whatever he was,
Right?
that guy was great.
He was.
He's just flamboyant enough.
Right? They'll take my chains. And what do you think I'm going to do to you? Oh, you sassy bitch.
I knew I liked you.
Like,
You sure you want to go through this, sweetheart? You won't have babies no
shut up
more.
and stab me, you fabulous. Fuck you.
I knew that wasn't the dress for you.
And we're just going to get the perfect, like, long, form-fitting black dress because we have to show off. Though I do like, there was a big pushback on her because obviously there is a huge facet of the universe that doesn't know the source material on this or anything like that. A bunch of people were up in arms about her changing herself like that. And I'm like, she didn't do it for anybody but herself. And I'm sorry, if you're going to have a problem with somebody trying to change themselves for themselves,
It's her choice. What she wanted.
maybe you're going a little bit too far with your self-empowerment thing. Like, she didn't change herself for a man. She didn't change herself for anybody. She changed herself for herself to become who she felt she was.
To get what she wanted.
I felt it was more along the lines of a transgender transformation than a, well, she made herself pretty for the men. No, she was that Yennefer inside that entire time. And she was desperate enough to take any means necessary to get to the person that she knew she was.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
She was cursed for being half elf.
Yeah, exactly.
But what's his face? Eastrid? Still
Yes.
was into it?
Yep. Cute
What-
boy.
What
Cute
was
portal boy.
what was the sex audience about? What was that?
Yeah.
The round of applause was a nice touch.
Yeah. The chaos involved in the spells of the sorceresses is very much so fueled by the human condition, and like you are at your most primal and most chaotic during sex, and the sorceress's powers come from chaos. And you can't go full feral because they didn't go into that in this season. I only discover what happens when you give into your chaos from Witcher 3. Thanks. That's something I'm not looking forward to in the next couple of seasons. It's not Yennefer, nor is it Triss, but they go into what happens when you lose control of your chaos, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be distressing when that gets shown on television, because it was distressing in a video game.
So there is the other plot line of Geralt fighting a Striga, which is fun to say. Striga. So we go to this other kingdom where there's a tangled web of people being gross.
And incestual, yes.
Well, that was among the gross things. No, incest, cursing babies, making monsters.
Yep.
People getting eaten by monsters.
Yep.
And then Geralt has to go into the abandoned castle and fight the Guillermo del Toro style monster till morning light. Like, as soon as they revealed it, I was like, oh, wow. Is this Pan's Labyrinth? I think it is.
It looked great though, man.
It did. It did. I love
great.
Guillermo del Toro monsters.
For real.
You can rip him off. I don't mind. Which, again, Geralt spends most of his time just being annoyed at everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so who's the child's father? How dare you? Like, okay, whatever. I'll go take care of it.
Him being pissed off at the world is just the best. Like, he's just tired of everyone's shit. Like,
Will someone please just answer questions? Stop answering questions with questions. If you want me to help you, you got to tell me what's going on. This is obviously
fucking sleep. Oh, that's not this episode. Sorry. Have you guys done the sleep episode yet?
I don't think so.
No, I think it's 5.
Sure. No, this is the episode with Yennefer's transformation,
Yep,
completing her training.
And yep. Can you keep it away from its? Can you keep it away from its crypt for how long? Until the bell strikes 12.
It's like, so what did you do? What was the curse? Just tell me what you did. It's like, I had to recite this, and then I had to do it till it bathed in lamb's blood till dawn. It's like, till dawn.
God damn it! Fuck.
So now I got to fight it till dawn.
Just like how it's like every time he gets smacked around and gets shit kicked at him, I was like, oh God, I'm so tired of this. Like,
all for some coin.
Yep.
But there's another Witcher and another mage lady.
I genuinely enjoy the Monster of the Week thing that they do with this because it always feels like it's leading towards something. Like, even when I was watching this the first time, like, it always felt like it was leading towards something and it wasn't just Geralt angrily punching a monster.
Yeah. And he usually takes the high road.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no. It's like, go kill the monster. It's like, it's not a monster.
Yeah, that's not a monster. It's a little girl.
That there's a cursed princess.
It's like, when she comes back, she's not going to be herself. I hope you know that, and I hope you're ready for that.
It's like, what's she gonna? It's like, she's gonna be feral, basically, because
because
she's lived as a monster for
being a fucking monster,
eating people. She's not gonna know what's going on. So
everybody in that kingdom is gross.
Yes, the gross kingdom.
Yes. All right. Anything else on this episode?
Let's see. Be reborn. He's mostly annoyed. No, I think we covered it. And then Roach judges Geralt for visiting prostitutes.
Yeah. Roach sassing off is great.
Like, don't you judge me.
Witcher Episode 4, They Done Dunkirk. Alexa wanders the forest and finds some Amazons who can travel by lens flare. She drinks some magic water and ends up visiting the Black Panther's spirit tree. Jennifer travels with her queen, who has given birth to another daughter, proving that the events of her origin story happened 30 years ago. She gets chased through hyperspace by Dark Maul with the use of her sling ring, only to lose both the arsehole mother and the innocent baby. Being the hero doesn't really seem to work out for her, I guess. The bard gives Gerald a side quest which involves a fancy party at Ciri's grandmother's, the one we saw die. Okay, the Witcher's timeline is in the past too, but Ciri looks older. Oh, that's Ciri's mother? Sure, why not? Gerald gets to sit next to the dead queen as they entertain fools and would-be suitors while ignoring the shiniest meats the prop department could polish for them. And today, the Mandalorian will be played by the first version of movie Sonic the Hedgehog, who loses his helmet pretty easily, it seems. Luckily, True Love's kiss breaks the curse and they live happily ever after, until episode 1. And the Witcher unknowingly claims the future Google Assistant, a claim he denies, possibly setting into action the chaos we've seen so far.
Diamond. Shut up, Jerry.
So, whoa, settle down. We're not there yet.
Yeah. So yeah, if you had any confusion about there being previous timelines before, now you completely get them.
Oh yes, very much obviously.
Yeah.
That queen died in the first episode. But now she's alive, and Gerald's here, but he doesn't look any older or younger. But does he age? Probably not.
Not in a
But-
traditional sense, and they even say that.
But he's famous, and people seem to like him now. In the first episode, they hate him, so that must have been farther in the past. And now, like, the bards actually made the songs, and people like him. And toss a coin to your witcher, O Valley of Plenty. And he's famous and gets invited to parties.
Right. And then we also like Mousesack's back. Like, oh, okay, yeah, he
Oh,
definitely.
Mousesack's back. I thought he died. But then at the end of this episode, they show that, no, he did not die. So cool. He's still alive in the present as well. And also hasn't aged, even though he's there with Siri's mom.
Yeah. Yep. Because we also get so honor codes are not just a thing in the Witcher universe, as we found out in this episode. Like, they actually have magic behind them. Like, when you make a promise, there's a magic to it.
Yeah, so we're talking about the law of surprises now, right?
Yes, exactly.
Because they kind of just drop that there, and they're like, I claim the law of surprise. The what?
Yeah, like they definitely drop on like, what the fuck is the law of surprise? And I'm looking up like, oh yeah, there's like most of one of the books is entirely dedicated to law of surprise.
Yes, so they explain it more or less how it
more or
works.
They don't explain how it actually like fucks with destiny or anything like that. Like,
No, well, that's just because destiny.
oh yeah,
Because destiny.
magic.
And magic.
Yeah, there is a certain level of disbelief that you have to suspend. It's like, yeah, this world, reminder that this world does have elves and magic and things like that. Having the law of surprise would just sounds like something you and your buddy do. Like, getting ready to watch, like, you lost a bet at the of the superb owl, and like your friend's like, hey, you owe me $1,400, and he's like, shit, I will give you the law of surprise, and then he just poops in the refrigerator.
It's not how the law of surprise works. It's whenever you're like, you get a windfall of some sort that you weren't expecting.
Right. It is. Well, it's something that you have, but you do not know you have.
Yeah.
That's the law of surprise. Is it's something that you have, but it's something that you don't know you have. In this case, he's a baby. Twice. First, it's a woman. Sonic the Hedgehog gets a wife through the law of surprise, and spoiler alert, she actually falls in love with Spiky Boy.
Because, reasons.
Yeah.
Or because magic.
Because he is a handsome hedgehog.
Sure. Which, I don't know, but, okay. Let me go ahead and get into this. Like, I haven't decided yet whether or not I really like this show, but I cannot deny that it is fascinatingly and entertaining to watch. Because even when it's doing chirpy things like, oh, we have the banquet where the princess is going to be betrothed, and here's all the suitors and blah, 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 but the princess doesn't want to marry it. She wants to marry for love. And, blah, blah, blah. And oh, of course, the knight shows up and wants to claim the law of surprise, whatever that is. And oh, he's a hedgehog. He's a hedgehog man. Of course he is a hedgehog man.
Because of course he's a hedgehog, dude.
Gosh, he's a hedgehog man.
Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah, he's like, what? That's a hedgehog man. I was like, sure is. Because this show, man, this show, you can't predict anything that's going to happen.
Nope.
But mother, I love the hedgehog man.
Mother, I need the hedgehog man. Please let me be with Sonic.
I've already had that. I want more. So, Witcher saves Hedgehog Man. They get married, break the curse. He's not a hedgehog man anymore. Law of surprises again. Oh, she's pregnant. With
fuck.
Man,
she throws up. He just looks. Look.
Are you? Like, I have to reward you. He's like, no, you don't have to do that. It's like, please, fine. Law of surprise, like you did. It's fine. Which whatever.
Everything's fine. Bye. I'm probably gonna get like a piece of corn or something. Like,
I'll get some corn or something. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna leave.
Turns to walk. She throws up. Fuck.
Good old mouse sack. It's like, well, you gotta claim your thing. No, I don't.
Nope. I'm not ready to be a dad yet.
But destiny. It's like, man,
fuck destiny. Also, for anybody who wonders, this is Henry Cavill's actual voice, but he's just pitching it down an octave. Like he's doing that thing that Chris Pratt did in Infinity War, where he just talks down an octave on his voice, but it's actually Henry Cavill's voice. That's the reason why in Justice League he sounds so weird putting on an American accent.
Just bring it down an octave. Like Chris Pratt did in Lego Movie 2.
Yeah.
Bling.
Sorry.
So yeah, that's pretty much that with Geralt's thing. Another fun Geralt's Monster of the Week-ish story, and we get some background on Ciri and their connection and destiny and why the Queen told her to go find him and all that good stuff. So, hey, we linked up the timeline a little bit there. That was fun. Thanks for that show, bringing it back together. Meanwhile, in the Forest of Dryads.
Yep. Ciri meets up with her Dryad friends, and her and Mousy Elf Boy look like they're going to flirt, and something's going to happen.
Maybe. Who knows?
Time will tell.
But I drank the waters and nothing happened. It's like, oh, you got to drink from the source, from the tree. And the tree starts talking to you and like, man, what is in this water? What are you?
Narcotic water. Like,
holy crap, this tree's talking to me, guys.
It's just a peyote peyote tree. Like,
she's going on her spirit journey, you know.
The
waters of Bullikin are the best.
Dryad Magic 420 blazing.
I am so high right now.
She comes back and she just really wants flaming hot Cheetos for no good reason.
What are flaming hot Cheetos?
I don't know, but the Wadas told me I need them.
The tree spoke to me. I need Cheetos.
It said, bring me Takis.
Bring me taquitos and White Castle.
Bring you to the White Castle? No. Bring me White Castle. Oh, I love this show. I really do. And like I was, like you said, like this is absolutely me. I am all into high fantasy, like weird D&D campaign things. Like, bring me into it. I fucking love it.
And
you know, why I was so glad The Witcher 3 was on sale when I got done watching this show, because it was the quickest $15 I've ever spent.
And you know, even though it's very much following fantasy tropes, they like just take hard left turns at all the time, and you're just not really quite sure what's going to happen next.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're going to settle into this trope, and they're going to get
oh, there's a hedgehog man. Well, they're cutting out her lady parts. Oh, there's a weird three-eyed spider monster lady.
Yeah. Oh god, that guy has a weird hunter spider mantis thing, and
oh yes, let's talk about the assassin and his weird.
That guy's never explained, by the way.
Why should
guy
he?
Never explained. Never shows up again either.
Well, he's an assassin, and Yennefer killed his spider, so I guess he doesn't.
Yeah, but didn't kill him. Like, he just disappears.
And then
that whole thing is never brought up again. Like, none of the assassins, none of that is ever touched on again. Like,
Yennefer tried to protect him, but the queen, princess, whatever she was real dumb.
Queen? I don't know.
And then the show will be like, oh, these terrible things are happening, and oh, the princess, queen, or whatever she was died, but she kind of offered up her baby as a sacrifice, so screw her. It's like, yay, Yennefer saved the baby. Oh no, she didn't. No, she didn't.
Yeah, it turns out a baby.
Dang, show. Pull some punches.
You for real?
Sometimes, jeez.
Like 5 minutes, like, oh, queen wants to give up the baby. Nope, queen dead. Yennefer saves the baby. Yay! Oh, baby's dead. We're just gonna have a sad, solemn thing. No, Yennefer's gonna scream at the baby that she wants a baby. Like, Jesus, show.
And give a little monologue, and then we have to keep looking at the dead baby. Please stop showing the dead baby. God, this is hard. I don't like this. Show, come on. Just, it's okay. You don't have to keep rubbing our faces in it. You're hard and cold and dark. It's cool. Show.
Nope, we're just gonna keep beating you with it, and then she's eventually gonna kill the spider thing, and that's never. Yeah. Cool. I'm glad this guy who's just pissed off that his wife couldn't have a boy, which is his fault, is gonna hire magic assassins and kill Doctor Strange, or try to kill Doctor Strange.
Try to. Unsuccessfully.
No, because she can't be bleat either.
Well, I mean, she does have plot armor, right?
Oh, absolutely. 1,000% plot armor. She has more plot armor than fucking Geralt has. Like,
but she's super capable, so.
Yeah, no.
She's
like,
no Mary Sue.
She has full agency of her own self. Like, she is a badass in her own right. She doesn't need anybody there to handle herself.
Like, I thought I wanted to be this, like, the mage of the best court in the world, but I'm seeing now.
Hated it. No.
It's like, thanks, I hate it.
Yeah.
I guess I'm ready to move on now. Time to go do my own thing.
Blow shit up everywhere because reasons.
I can portal anywhere I want, so screw you guys.
Oh shit, weird spider guy can follow me through the portals.
How are they tracking me?
I like how they broke the tracker and it didn't actually end because he could still follow her. Like,
yeah, well, they didn't know which one was tracking. They just kept throwing random things off. But
yeah, like we're just gonna keep throwing everything off.
And then Yennefer just kind of pieces out.
I was half tempted to wait. I was waiting for them to one portal, both of them just be all three of them be just completely naked coming through there. Like, like it has to be on one of us. Not because I wanted to see it, just because I think it would be that moment of levity of like, it has to be one piece of clothing somewhere, so we can't figure out what it is, so we're just going to throw off all of them.
Because reasons. Better safe than sorry.
Exactly. You can never be too safe until you show your butt. We should move. We should end the show.
I did the thing. Bury the baby on the beach.
Right. Oh.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof. Show. Oof.
Oof.
Oof. That was heavy.
Fuck.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Geralt.
So, just as a quick note of what we're going to be talking about next week, Legends tomorrow, finishing up Arrow, I believe. Yeah, finishing up Arrow.
Finish up Arrow. We'll get into Legends tomorrow. I guess do some more Witcher and
yep, some Flash and some Witcher.
Flash, we got to do that too.
We're not going to discuss Lock and Key because it premieres on the 7th and we record next on the 10th. So we're going to talk about Lock and Key starting on the 24th on Netflix. It premieres on the 7th though. So at least 3 episodes of that later in the month. Better Saul Call comes out on the 23rd of February. If you need to catch up on that, season 4 is dropping on Netflix next week in the US. Everywhere else has it already there, so shut up.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, so that's just some information on what we're going to be doing next week. Finishing Arrow, a couple episodes of Legends of tomorrow, at least an episode of Flash, and Witcher. If you want to email the show, put in your 2 cents. You can do that by emailing show@geek-io.net, or you can also message us on Facebook and Twitter over /geekio show on both of those and directly, or you can talk to us about this and every other thing that we do over on our Discord at geek-io.net/discord. If you are still one of those people that like to send in voicemails, you can do that as well. 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. Sorry.
Me too. Tis the season.
It is. It really is, especially here in Florida where we've literally went from 31 degrees to 70 the next day. Like, I'm a little tired of it. It's killing me. Our website, which has all of our stuff on it and more, is at geek-io.net. I'm going to be working over the next couple of months to revamp that, make it look better, and more along the lines of what we're doing into the future. So there's that. Also, you can listen to us live, twitch.tv/geekio show. And if you want to support us, go over to patreon.com/geekio. For as low as $1 a month, you get access to an ad-free master feed of all the stuff that we do here on the Geek.io network. And if you go over to geek-io.net/Amazon, a little bit comes to us. Doesn't cost you any extra. I bought off of that site a pickle tub. For reasons.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to go over to geekioshow.showbot.tv and we're going to talk some show titles. Jazz, what do we got?
We got some show titles.
Yeah,
Looks like some votes have already been casted and messed up my sorting, but that's okay. The Gross Kingdom.
Made it so we can actually, resort those.
Is that how that works? I don't know its order they were in, but it's fine. I've frozen them now. The Gross Kingdom. Punch him in the Z. Ethereal Whooshing. Sexy Lady What's Her Face. Who has the bigger sky laser? Slipping into Titus. Anti-monitor grumped at the Speed Force. Why do I smell silver? Oh, bitch, I come into my poopy garden. Break the sin counter. He's got that face you want to punch. Not all women are named Innifer, Peyote Tree, and Bring Me Taquitos and White Castle.
Looks like we are the Gross Kingdom. Is the title. We got 3 somehow?
Yeah, who was the third vote on that?
I'm not
one?
arguing.
Yeah, who's the third vote on that?
I'm not arguing, but thank you for whoever voted on that.
Come on, you know Booby Garden's better.
Yeah. Oh, beach.
I know, I'm just... Come, so with Booby Garden. We have matters to discuss. It's a very difficult profession, being a feature.
All right, guys. We will see you back here in a couple of weeks. We love you. Pay one another. Bye now. You come back.
If you kill the Shatovich, she's a very bad lady.
Turner Birdsong to just line read everything, please. Thank you. All right, so
show me the baby.
I still haven't recorded 2020 outro, so we're just going to have Justin and Brian yell at us. Bye!
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Hope you like 2020.